Morning, beauties. I hope y'all are having a fabulous day. We are here to talk about something real but good, y'all, okay? So we are talking about how to start the cash envelope system, okay? Now, I have never seen it this way. And y'all, I'm getting like, I'm not assuming that you know anything. You know, I used to have a math teacher that used to say, you can't assume that they know that next step is 1 plus 1. So I'm not going to assume. When I explain this cash envelope system to you all, I am going to do it in the realest way possible that I can do it, okay? And I just pray and hope that it helps you all, okay? And we're going to take it step by step. We're not going to move too fast. And we just going to get real with it, okay? All right, so the first step is, and this to me is very important because everybody always assume that you have the money to just start. You can't just start. I know people be saying just start, just start, just start. And that is fine if you have the money, but a lot of us don't have the money. When I started the cash envelope system, y'all, I did not have the money to start it. I was just budgeting little by little, little by little. Actually, I'm going to show y'all exactly how I did it. Okay, so the first thing that I believe, and this is all me, y'all, you can do it however you want to do it because this is just information that I want to share with you all that helped me on this journey because I'm still on this system, okay? So first of all, what I did was I just found some jars around the house like this. And actually, I've had these for something else. I always just tape my stuff because you can get the fancy stuff like the vinyl and stuff like that to do your stuff, but I don't do that because I always want to use it for something else. So this is what I did. I found 2 jars around the house. Now this is very important in my opinion because you have to start by saving money. If you don't have the money to actually start the cash envelope system, then it won't, you can't do it. It's just no way. So I said, let me start in June. So this is June 1st. Hopefully I get the video up. That's all I would do. And I'm going to be doing this with y'all. So I made me these jars. And I have to have one for pop-up or extra because I have a family, y'all. And the cash envelope system is easier when you're doing it on your own, in my opinion. But when you have kids, a husband, wife, or significant other, just whoever is also getting money, it makes it harder, okay? So I made a jar for pop-up or extra. That means, like, if I need to give my daughter $10 of gas and I don't have it, I could go in this jar and get it out of there, okay? Now, but this jar, it says, leave me alone. I'm for 2024. And then it also says, preparing for the cash envelope system, okay? So what you want to do is, every time you think about it, every time you get paid, every time you get extra money, y'all, say you get $10. You could put 10 in just one of these, or you could split it up and put some in this jar and some in this jar. But this is the one that you're going to absolutely leave alone. And this is the one that you'll go in if you need something, okay? Because, we can't just, like I say, we can't just start. You can't just start getting your envelopes together and doing this and doing that when you don't have the money. So what I'm going to do, this is my journey as well, y'all. Like I say, I am going to fill these jars up. This one might be empty every once in a while, but that's okay. I still have it. It's a pop-up, an extra when I need it. But this one, I want to absolutely leave alone. Now, you want to put this somewhere in your home where you will remember to fill it, but you also want to keep it away from others, okay? Both of them are, whatever helps you, whatever's going to stop you from not going in this jar, but also remember to fill it up with your extra cash. If you are a coffee drinker, if you're a smoker, or, just whatever your hobby or habit may be, you have to decide. You have to get real with yourself. You have to get honest. You have to make sacrifices. And you have to be like, look, I'm trying to budget. I'm trying to stop living paycheck by paycheck. I'm trying to save for this. So I'm just going to, instead of getting coffee 2 days out the week, maybe once, and then just put that money in one of these jars or both of these jars. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to sacrifice and you have to save in order to get on this system, y'all, okay? And then if you are a cashless budgeter, you can go to like Capital One, I think they said Ally, just different accounts. It may be your own bank account, and you could just transfer money over when you can, for extra or saving for 2024, okay? So that is the first step, y'all, in my opinion, of starting out to save for the cash envelope system. Like we can't just jump out there. I know, like I say, you can't just start because you don't have nothing to start with. So just have these jars, a pickle jar, you can go out and buy a fancy jar if you want to, but just have one where it's for pop-ups and one where you don't touch, okay? And also, that's not it. So y'all don't worry about that. I need to take that off. So now for me, like I'm focusing on this year, right? I still got stuff going on for this year. So I also, let me move this out of the way. I also have a container that's for the holidays. Now y'all might have to do another container for school. You might have to do a container for school, but I don't have to worry about school because I'm done with that, as far as 12th grade and under. But I'm gonna also have a jar for holidays. So if I get $20 that I have as extra or something, I'm gonna put it in my holiday, my pop-up, and my leave alone. I have to remember that I'm trying to get on the cash envelope system, and in order to do that, I have to prepare myself, and in order to prepare myself, I have to be honest and know what I need as what my family needs. And I know for the rest of this year, we are not only focusing on bills, because you have to pay your bills. You got to pay your bills. You have to focus on the stuff that also gives you enjoyment. So for us, it's the holidays. From here until December, it's the holidays. I don't have anything else that I need to prepare for, okay? So I'm gonna have a jar, and I'm gonna also be putting money in this, okay? So that's just the bottom line, y'all. For me and my cash envelope system, you have to prepare with money. Any little extra money that you have, y'all, you have to put it away, okay? But you can't forget about this year. Like whatever you have coming up for this year, like I told some of my family members, I said, school is out, but you need to start preparing for it right now. Start saving for school right now. So yeah, y'all. And also another option for this step one. So as y'all know, the cash envelope system, step one is to get your jars together and start saving however you can. If you don't want to do the jars, you can do the envelopes. Throw it in a drawer. If it's cashless, move some money over so you won't touch it, or just however you can to start. But that is the first step of the cash envelope system, is to start saving extra money. That is the first start. Now, option for me is and I'm gonna show y'all. I got all the steps wrote down, y'all, so make sure y'all come back so y'all can see what else I got going on with this system. But I don't want to take y'all too fast. That's why I'm just showing y'all this first, talking about these first steps. Now, also, which is another option of the first step, is getting ahead on your bills or getting an emergency fund. Now, when I say get ahead on your bills, y'all, you have to think about your situation. You might be on SSI, disability, whatever whatever you might be on, and you can't necessarily pay extra, because I have family members that I know, they are so nosy, especially like on Section 8 and stuff like that. Well, I don't want to call it people nosy, I'm sorry, but they like really dive into what they what you do. So you might not be able to pay extra. But when I say getting ahead on bills, it's a lot of time people will make binders and stuff like that, because I have wrote down every last one of my bills, and I just see how much it is, and then I put a little at a time in that envelope. But for me, that works for me. If I have a bill that's like my gas bill, say it's $100. If I'm able to pay $105, I will do that. That's helping you get ahead. A little at a time. A lot of times people be saying pay $50, put $50 in your binder, and $75. You can't do, like, we just cannot do that. I cannot do that. I'm not doing that. Everything that I'm telling y'all, this is what I do, okay? So, and you also have to make sure, like with your mortgage, you can't just pay extra, because that extra might be going to interest. So you need to work on bills that is going for the next payment, or whatever. You don't want it to just go to interest, like credit cards, mortgage, stuff like that. You got to be careful with that, because that just goes to interest, okay? But like cell phones and gas bill, water bill, stuff like that, you can pay a little at a time, $1 or $2, whatever you can, to try to get ahead. And if you don't want to do that, you can work on your emergency fund. Because to me, emergency fund is for stuff like that. If I can't pay my water bill this month, if Lord forbid something happens and I don't have a way to pay it, I can go right in my emergency fund. So try to get up an emergency fund. They always try to say start with like saving $1,000, but you save what you can. It might be less than that. It might be more than that. But I would just work on, while I'm working on my jars, my pop-up, and my getting ready for the cash envelope, preparing for your cash envelope. I would just, in the holiday or either the school or both, I would work on getting ahead on my bills, penny by penny, dollar by dollar, or my emergency fund. That is the first step. And this section, this one right here is optional, y'all. This is optional because we really just want to work on the now, like what we have to do for this year, which is whatever it is that you got coming up. You might have a child in sports that you need to, y'all have to travel for that. That might be your extra thing that you have to do. But these are the main things that you need to be saving for. Pop-ups are extra, and preparing for the cash envelope system. Like money that you do not touch, like you got to leave it alone. And that is basically the first step of starting this cash envelope system. Not no fancy envelopes, not DIYing your envelopes. Like that's what I did. I do a lot of DIYing on my channel, y'all. And I also get stuff from other places. But we're going to take it step by step. And this is the first step. Saving whatever you can, okay? And y'all come back for the next step. Because like I say, I'm going to take y'all slow. I'm going to take us slow. Because I'm doing this too. I need to do this too. So this is the first step. If you don't remember nothing else that I said in this video, just try to save whatever you can for the remaining of this year. And then we'll get on this journey together in 2024. Lord say the same. All right, y'all. So if y'all have any questions, I mean anything, if I didn't explain something right, please let me know in the comments. You can DM me on Instagram, Budgeting April, and I will be happy to help you, okay? But y'all don't think, you know, you don't, like, you crazy, you dumb, or you don't understand what's going on, because the cash envelope system could be really difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And I'm going to take you through everything. I'm going to take you through tracking your expenses, trying to figure out what a cash envelope wallet, a binder is, what your sinking funds is. I'm going to talk about all of that, getting your family on board, like everything. But I want to take it step by step, okay? So this is the first step, is to just try to save what you can when you can, but also remember the big things that are coming. Try to save for that, okay? All right, y'all. I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all be blessed, and thank you for listening at me, and please share this video if you found it helpful, okay?